everyone, and welcome to the Gammon Show. Today, we've got sideways rocking my merchandise. We have Free State UK looking confuse us forever, and we have Baron from Clusterfuck looking depressed because he's from Birmingham. Welcome to the show, and over to you, Simon.
Great. So tonight we're going to talk about Ministry of Fuck All. After that, a complete conglomerate of shit. But really, we're going to talk about the lorry driving rules until the lefties piss off. Then we're going to talk down the possible lockdown. Kids to make their own decision on sex, drugs. Oh, that's going to work. Kids to make their own decision on jabs. Civil servants learning that they're actually going to have to get stabbed up like the rest of us. Pregnant men emojis. E-cars, charging points that'll be turned off, and whatever else. So, to be honest, this is how it's going to start. We'll see how it goes. Anyway,
I thought you fucking said pregnant men emojis then for a second.
Pregnant men emojis. Yeah, you might want to turn that off, Gammon.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Consummate professional.
He did. He did say that.
He did. Right. Yeah, he did. Right. Okay. So, we're going to do a call in later if we can be fucked, and that really depends on whether you can be bothered as well. So what we got? 59 people, 60, we got 62. God, they're going up. And anybody think I didn't advertise this or you're not fucking interested? Whatever. So at some point, we'll get onto the lockdown. The lockdown's coming back, people. Whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. And that's where we're going to get into some serious drinking on this show. In the meantime, I've been doing 16-hour days, as has Gammon. And that's why I'm slurring already. I haven't had enough to drink. So it won't be the longest of streams. But you did say you wanted one, and I thought, fuck it. Right, okay, Gammon, just to pick your brains. We talked about this briefly on a bit of a live stream during the week. The driver rules. I've spoke to a load of other drivers, and they're absolutely bemused. Operators, indeed, are bemused. And you've had seen indications of operators literally spitting the dummies out and saying, we're not having anybody else in here driving for us under this new bollocks, because basically it's a bit like, how do I put this? Somebody who's lit a sparkler who's now in charge of the fucking NASA program. Really? It's something like that, isn't it? You know what I mean? So you've seen a set of keys before, crack on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a post up. I've seen a couple of them, and a few of them coming up on Facebook. I can't find a fucking photo now to quote the guy word for word. But there was a haulage company that turned around and said that not touching anyone unless they've sat their class 2 and done class 2 driving before they jumped to class 1. You come to us and you jump straight to class 1, which is
Were they
trailers.
called HCB?
Gammon, I saved this
bollocks though.
Listen, here we go. So Gammon sent me this. DMH Haulage Contractors Limited. We here at DMH Haulage Contractors will not be taking any people who go straight to their class 1 in the latest government farce. I like the way they use farce because, let's be honest, it fucking is, right? We feel that this is a complete joke by the government. We have not taken, or who have not taken into account insurance hikes, because let's be honest, if you get people with no experience, the insurance companies are going to go, don't fancy those apples, right? The cost of insuring brand new drivers as a class 1 with no experience, and mainly for taking into consideration the safety for other road users. Basically, they're not having it. But I should imagine, as I've said before, the likes of Eddie Stobart, Tesco's, Asda, Co-op, Morrison's, anybody under the group that, what's the fucking other one? XPO.
XPO, Kalina, DHL.
Hang on, right? Because I know you lot have all got your fucking bee in your bonnets about all these regulations being changed and it being a farce and everything, right?
Yeah.
But you go back in fucking the day, you used to be able to go from a car license to fucking class 1 before, and it wasn't as fucking bad. Now, I do get your fucking point now, because they're on about changing the actual test and making the test fucking, no reverse parking, which is like one of the hardest parts of the fucking job now. You know what I mean? And
Right.
taking that out the test is dumb.
Can I explain to you why we got the bee in our bonnet about what you've just said?
Go on.
You're wrong. No, seriously.
We need to clarify something as well in a second.
You're right. There's a lot of things, right? A, the trucks wouldn't go very fast. B, the trucks didn't pull anywhere near the amount of weight. B, C, the trucks didn't do the mileage. D, there wasn't the amount of vehicles on the road. And men were men back in those days and were wholly accountable for their poor actions. So, you would only hire somebody if they could do the job, right? They gave them a driver assessment. And back in those days, if you were shit, they went, fuck off, you're crap. You can't do that these days. I mean, we've all seen, do you remember Hell Drivers? Some of you might remember it. It had, yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say, what in hell is that?
Hell Drivers was a thing that had Sean Connery in it. It had other well-known, is it McGowan or McGovern or whatever? You know, the one, the prisoner. He was in it, right? And there was a few others, real well-known names in there. But anyway, it was all about a cowboy haulage firm that pushed their drivers too hard and people got killed. Yes, there were slightly less rules in those days, but generally you were pulling a lot less weight and people were accountable for themselves. And also, nobody wanted to die in those days because people were massively aware of just how fragile humanity was. They'd come from the Second World War. They realized that people could be killed. They'd seen dead people, whatever. And they also saw road accidents and that people didn't survive them. Nowadays, everybody thinks people walk away from an accident. You don't walk away from an accident if a truck's fallen on top of you, right? And the problem is everybody thinks I've put the seatbelt on, I've got an airbag. It doesn't matter. I'm immortal. It's not the case, right? And everybody thinks in a lorry, you can run over stuff and it's fine. Do you realize a stupid little piece of dowling wood that long or whatever it is can go through the cab and pierce us? And the windscreen's still the same thickness of the windscreen as it is in a car. So we're not invincible. So yeah, it's a bollocks idea. Also, there's the other thing about braking and all the rest of it. We can get onto it. But I say it's a load of shit and it's fucking dangerous. Gam, any ideas?
Yeah, I just want to clarify two quick things. Right. We're going to speak a lot about class 1, class 2, C plus E and C. Just for those that are not aware. So a C is a rigid vehicle, or class 2 or van wanker is a rigid vehicle. Class 1, C plus E, is the big fucking boys ones, the real lorry drivers with a trailer on the back. The other thing is they're not completely getting rid of the reversing thing. What they're basically doing is letting the school that teaches you, they're going to test you on it and they're going to pass you or fail you on it.
Gam,
and
I've heard bonus. Earlier, right, that apparently you can pass your test, right, in Australia and go straight up to 150 tons. Fucking picture that. You've got straight out of driving a car with a trailer. You're going straight up to your main license, right? And you can now drag 4 trailers behind you at 150 tons. I'm
wondering if they'll do that in the UK, because, you know, Denby up in North is obviously trying to bring in the B doubles, which is one Arctic, a full-size trailer, then another full-size trailer.
Yeah, articulated on back. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm up for it. I'd do it.
I'm up for it if the money's there. But the bit that gets me is it's like, what's the bet the government will turn around and look at that and go, yeah, guess what? You could go straight from driving a 3.5-ton Mercedes-Benz Sprinter straight onto that big fucker. All you got to do is drive it around an airfield.
Have you got a taco? No. Here's 2. You'll need them. But it is what it is. So anyway, right, we won't bore the shit out of you because what we'll do is we'll do a call-in later on about this.
Well, I presume looking at the comments that some of these, that they must be taking the mickey, because one of them is, if you can reverse a transit, you can reverse anything. And surely reverse is something you'll pick up on the job. Now that they must be trolling. They've got.
Hang on a second. Are you saying if you can get a tranny to back up, you can get anything? He's probably right. I mean, current political climate and all the rest of it. Oh, vehicle. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Right. Okay. So where are we? Let's have
how many trannies have you blown, Si, anyway?
Well, just to pay the bills, a few. But anyway, it's got to be paid, mate.
Mate, are they going to cut the price of the test then? Because now you're only doing half the test, so is it half the price?
You know, the last time they cut all the things they did around your area, did they cut your council tax?
Yeah. No.
There's your answer.
Right. He said to pay council tax anyway.
Fuck you. Just because you live in a fucking trailer and you just borrowed somebody's house to look fucking pretty for the night, you cunt.
Let me, whilst we're on that, I'm going to explain something here.
I mean, seriously, fucking
this isn't my house. I am in my parents. My parents are fucked off for the weekend, and whilst I was away at work, we can cover this later on if you want. Having arguments with Track and Trace.
Look, it's fucking lies. Look, he's
broken.
Look, if that was your place, it'd be porn. All fucking porn. All of
It
it
used to be on that wall right there, to be honest. This is my old bedroom. My parents have gone away from the weekend and the wife comes down with the COVID. So
fuck off, you broken.
Some fucking Grimsby docks.
I've been cock blocked by Kung Flu. Do you know how fucking annoying that is?
Oh, right. Yeah, you're staying with your parents because your missus has tested positive for COVID.
Yeah. Well, I'm not staying with my parents. They don't like me either, so they fucked off down to Cornwall.
Standard.
Oh,
I mean, he broke in, really. They ain't even giving him a key. They don't even know the cunt's there.
Not trolling, just reversing isn't rocket science. He used to move a HGV around a yard at 16 and could reverse as good as the real drivers. Right, okay, that's because you grew up with trailers. Now, if we go out and get someone that's never driven something with a trailer on the back, they're not going to be able to reverse it and put it on a blind side straight onto a fucking bay or onto a bay within 3 shunts.
How do you know?
Unless they're fucking extremely gifted with the fucking force and they're carrying a lightsaber.
They might not all be as incompetent as you, you know.
If they show up and start talking German.
Goes at your test, you cunt.
No,
that's why you got your arse banned, T. It cost you fucking 40 grand to get your licence, T. Fucking kept on firing.
Fuck you, I passed first time on all my tests. Unless there's a little green geezer that shows up and starts talking German and starts saying, reverse it on the bay, I will. Go on.
Have a pass.
Anyway, look, you think I'm joking? I've got the jeans on it tonight. Look, they've got fucking they've got knee protectors there just for you, Si. That bit's all knee
protector. Down on your knees to take your test.
Yeah, that's how you pass.
Oh, fuck it.
They don't judge it on touching the barrier and reversing. They touch it on suction, movement, and fucking moisture.
Fuck it off.
And don't forget the balls.
Right, where do I go? Do I go to what we said first, or do I take a little bit more time? Because what happens is lefties watch this for, like, to see if I'm saying anything wrong. And what I do is in the beginning of it, A, I'm sober. And B, right, I just hang it out a bit longer because lefties can't stand the sound of my voice. So really quickly, they fuck off. But if I tell them I'm going to be saying something horrible in a bit, they'll stay and listen a bit longer. So I'm going to get to the racism and the bigotry and the xenophobia and the homophobia later. Right, we'll be there in a second. Oh, we got people ringing in already. All right, let's just see what this happens here.
Simon Dirk.
Hello?
Hello, is that Simon?
Yeah. Who's this?
How you doing, man? It's Kenny from Darlington, mate. You all right?
Hello. Did you say Darlington or Darliston?
Darlington, Darlow.
All right, that's the only reason we got a mate that goes into Darliston. I just wondered if you had any complaints about damage and stuff. So,
shame you drivers.
Yeah. No, I'll let you know, mate. I commented a few times on your last videos, mate, and yeah, totally agree, mate. I'm an instructor, trainer, national skills assessor, all that shite. Been driving 20 odd years. Been in the army, bloody 13 years prior to that, mate. When you've been instructing guys from scratch, right, to do class 2, never mind class 1, some of the numpties I've done, I mean, I've had a good pass rate with the guys, but you've got to understand, they're doing it on a small wheel-based automatic wagon, right? And I've put guys through, and they've done the test, and they've gone to, like, councils and that, and they can't even drive a frigging, assault wagon, because it's manual gear shift. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? You drive a car, don't you? But you can't drive a shift wagon. That over the years, mate, you know, back in the day when we did our test, it was like split gearboxes and frigging all sorts. And now it's automatic. It's even easier. But
it was the other way for me.
Skills,
it was the other way. They gave me a 6-speed on the rigid, right? Yeah. And on the Arctic, they gave me the 4/4, right?
Yeah.
But then I got given a post office vehicle one year and had all the buttons on it. And I'm like, fuck me. First of all, I looked at how many miles it had done. I went, you're still running?
Yeah.
You're like this.
Yeah.
Can I cut in quickly? Whilst you're talking about split gearboxes, can we see both your hands? Because I can't see your right arm and you've got a big grin on your face. I know what you old boys are like when you start talking about split gearboxes.
Well, mate, you're the one that said...
right arm, both arms up.
Hang on, right? See if you'll agree with me. I'll have an auto over a manual any day now if you're doing lots and lots of miles, because that knee is not going up and down 10 to the dozen all day long, every day.
It's hard work, mate. I mean, back in the day, they haven't got a clue. I was trying to tell drivers, when they're passing their test, I said, look, mate, you want to be a truck driver? Right, okay. You do realise that you're going to go to work at 5 a.m. and possibly come back at 9, 10 o'clock at night. All right? You what? Mate, it's the only job in the bloody country where you can go to work and you could be working 15 bloody hours, mate, without notice. That's it. Simple as that. And the split gearbox. I says, mate, you're doing your test in an automatic wagon. It's a piece of piss. But, go back to what I was saying before. You getting a Scania splitter box. Imagine doing that for the first time. It was like fucking low ratio, high ratio, 1, 2, 3, 4, box change and everything. It was hellish, but it's a skill. That's what I was trying to tell people. It takes years of experience to do what we do, years of experience. And we've been pushed down and pushed down. And the money's been crap. And I hear what you're saying, mate. I hear exactly what you're saying. It's like speaking, you're singing off the same song sheet, mate. I've been banging it for years. The best one.
We've got a person asking us, what is one of these gearboxes? I'm going to try and explain, and I'll do it badly, and you can pick me up on this one.
Yeah, you've got 6 gears.
Basically, some gearboxes are different, but if you imagine you've got reverse either up there or back here, but generally up there, right? Like you would. So you've got first, second, third, fourth. All right. Then you've got another button which you can flick up and go back up through the gearbox for the next set of gears, basically. However, in between that, if you've got a really heavy load on, you might want to break each gear into 2 gears. All right? I know that sounds weird. So you'll go, and you flick it the other way, go into the next gear, flick it again, and off. And it takes some doing. However, if you're fresh in the morning, tired, or you're tired at night, you're going to miss a gear, right? Or whatever. Yeah. If you get some throbbing arse gem, right, towing a wobble box that carves you up and brings you almost to a halt, you've got to go right back through the sequence again. Now, bearing in mind, in the old days, you didn't just dip the clutch once. Right, gear stick, in gear. So neutral. Dip the clutch has gone down. You bring it out. Up, clutch down again, into the next gear.
Yeah.
And that goes for every half gear and up through the range as well. So all of this effort that goes to getting that bloke up a hill and some cunt pulls out in front of him, the next time you see a lorry driver shouting and screaming, he's got no right because he's an auto box. But in the old days, he did.
Before you move on, can I call it here, mate?
It was hard graft. It was hard graft during the day, up and down. And people don't realise that, what you're saying is something like the third hardest, the third dangerous driving job in the country.
Well, no, actually, it's the 4th most dangerous job in the UK. Fishing is the first.
And they're paying fucking hell, mate. I mean, you go back 15 years, right? 650, 750 an hour for driving class 2, class 1. That was pants, mate. I had to go down to the Midlands and drive at Magna Park and that, all the Geordies and that were going down living in caravans.
Magna, I go there all the time. Looks really pretty, doesn't it?
You're right.
But there's no fucking soul in the place, is there? Every soul's been stripped out of the cunt, right? I mean, if you go to Asda, as soon as you pull in there, because in the old days, you used to have some Gurkha, ex-Gurkha, right, who's now security. You didn't fuck up. Very tidy, had a shave, looked at the boots, could see your face in it. When you do that, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full, sir. But anyway.
I'll tell you what, with the little comment I made on the last one video, mate, right? You're going to go through this. I mean, you've got the experience. I've got the experience, right? Everyone else has got the experience, right? Listen, you go through straight onto a class 1, mate. And you, like I say, if you start in Newcastle, right, lad, how long you been driving? 3 months, mate, and I've got my class 1. Happy days. And they're willing to give you the keys to a Volvo or a Mercedes, whatever, 69, 70 plate, yeehaw, off your pop, son. Right. Let me tell you this. Who the hell is going to let someone do 15 drops in London who's only been driving 6 months? I mean, for Christ's sake, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. They're going to be sat on the bloody sat-nav going around the middle of London trying to find a Wickes or a B&Q or something, and then they're going to get there and they're going to be like, right, mate, yeah, pull in here, boom, boom, boom. And it's going to be an absolute freaking nightmare.
I may have a small admission here.
Professional driver.
Mistakes were made. A, dyslexic. B, was using this sat nav. By the way, if you're looking at me and you're using your natural off the phone sat nav, I think Vosa can have a pop at you about that. And it was after this particular incident that everybody in my group all pitted in together and got me a truck sat nav, which was beautiful. But before that, I came out of the middle of where? No, wherever it was acceptable at the time. And I carried on. I thought this will be all right. And then all of a sudden, there was a diversion. And that, Your Honour, is where it all started to go a bit wrong.
Yeah. You haven't got the knowledge. Yeah, you haven't got the knowledge in the Greek geographical.
I fucking hate London.
Hasn't got the knowledge. Did you end up sorry?
I'm a fucking carrot cruncher. I don't go into the big city where these fucking posh folk are. But anyway, I'm in. I can't name the company, otherwise it might chase me up with a fine. Right, I was in a really big lorry and it had a fridge motor on it, and these roads started getting narrower. And I worked out that I was already into the charge area and the pollution area. I had a new truck, so that wasn't so bad. And it just got narrower and narrower. And I phoned Gammon, this man here, and he went, "Where are you, mate?" I said, he went, "Oh, God." And he's literally, you can hear all the colour draining out of him. And I'm like, "Well, what's the matter?" Next thing, I'm in a pedestrian zone in a lorry. And I went, what could possibly go wrong? So look, you couldn't go any further because then it literally got worse. So I went, right, I'm going to have to do this. You want it? I'm going to have to spin it around in one it and make it look like I was meant to do it. Well, that worked all right. And then I had to have Gammon because I've got this thing, by the way, where you can track me for this very reason because I'm fucking awful, right? So Gammon's like, you need to take the left here, the right there. And I went, there's a diversion. He went, oof, that's going to be a bit tight. And I looked, and I can get through anywhere. And I went, oh my God, that is tight. We got it around this bit, that bit. Fuck me, I'd lost nearly a stone in sweat. Honestly, by the time I got out of it, thanks to old Gammon here, right? No harm done, no fines incurred, nobody fucking dead. But I don't like London. I'll put it quite clearly there. But if you are friends and you know areas and your mate knows other areas, get it's called 360, right? 1 second, I'll tell you what it is. The reason being.
Hang on, or get yourself onto Discord and join our drivers forum. The links are in the description.
Yeah, basically.
Well, do you remember back in the day? Do you remember back in the day, right? I mean, Christ's sake, mate. We had a milk carton full of A to Zs. That was the standard driver, mate. A milk crate full of A to Zs behind your seat, and that was it. Crack on, son. You're around Leeds and Nottingham and all the rest of it, and you were just like on the A to Z, mate. And you were just like pulling over and going, where's that? Boom, boom, boom. I remember back in the day, it was like, who's the king of the road? Ask a truck driver where you want to go. Do you know what I mean?
Or a copper.
That's what it was like.
But now they've gone all lightweight and rely on sat navs and everything, don't they? But anyway.
Hey, mate, you don't even make it from the bathroom to the bedroom, all right? You fucking
Yeah. Your dad must be watching this anyway because he just sent me this fucking meme. Cycling proficiency level 2 certificates now to be automatically upgraded to HGV licenses.
Just a quick thing. The guy that's on the phone, sorry, I've forgotten your name, mate. Can you still see the YouTube? Can you see the cameras and everything? Can you see my camera?
No, I'm not on. I'm just on the phone, mate. I just clicked straight on the phone, mate. I'm not on it. No.
You said you used to be an instructor, yeah?
I am a national skills assessor, CPC trainer.
He can't see it.
Yeah, I know we can't see it, but the others will, and I can describe it. Do you know the reversing test for the trailer?
Yeah.
I'm just showing that up on my camera now to explain it to everyone. Obviously, you've got the barrier. If you hit that barrier, it's a fail.
Yep.
And the back of the trailer has got to stop in the yellow thing. That was my pass. That's what I done on my test.
Do you know the little trick on that? I used to tell everyone. You see where your flag, where the flag is on your bay? When you reverse back into your flag on the third stage, I used to break it down for them. I used to say, look, stop fucking about and start spinning the wheel and kissing the line and then doing it in one hit. Do not do it in one hit. I couldn't even do it in one hit. Take your time, break it down to 3 steps. Yeah, stop, get your wheel turned, go back, get your flag, turn round, stop, get your wheel arch, come back. When you get that flag in the bay and you get to your wing mirror, stop. That's you bang on the bay. However, in the real life, I'm going to do it like this. And I used to take guys out and go down South Shields on the bloody car parks and that and say, right, this is how I want you to do it. Boom, go for it. And I said, if you can't do this, you're shit. You know, and they loved me. They absolutely loved me because I used to show them, listen, mate, I can take you all day on that pad, yeah? But I'm going to take you in this car park and I'm going to show you how to do it properly, all right? And if you can't do it here, fuck right off. And that's what I was like. And they loved me. And I had a really high pass rate, I tell you what, because I wouldn't put them through the test unless they were really good. And I said, so long as they're holding my ass, you're not going to pass your test. And I used to get the old, because I remember back in the day, you know, you had the old aerials on your car, the extendable aerials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have one of them right in the cab. And I used to do the hill starts, you know, up and down. I used to get the aerial out and say, right, mirror, signal, right, boom, 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 second head check, boom, 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 bang, slap them on the freaking knuckles with it. Mirror check, bang, hit them. And I used to love that. And used to, next guy in, off your pop, get it right. You know what I mean? And I used to absolutely hammer them. And I used to love it, mate. And they used to get me
pressure is what they need. You need pressure.
Yeah, they do need the pressure. Anyone can do it. I mean, I've had instructors that are right fucking bell ends, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to big myself up or anything, but freaking hell, mate. I'll tell you what. RTITB, right? I went down to there and I went to the master driver and they all went around the classroom and there was transport managers and everything, right? And they said, what do you think of driver CPC? And they went, oh, I think it's great. I think it's this. I think it's that. Got to me, I went, absolute fucking shite. And they said, you what? You can't say that. I said, mate, listen to me very carefully. And this was 2015 when I was down there. I said, listen to me very carefully. I've done 4,000 drivers, right? I've got it all on my laptop, all the feedbacks of my classroom training, right? And I'll tell you what, 60% of them won't be on the fucking road by 2019, all right? When they do the CPC. Oh, but you can't say that. I said, mate, who the hell is going to drive a wagon when the average age was 55 when I passed my test, for Christ's sake? I'm training them now. There's no young blood coming through. And I said to them, look, they're going to go in a warehouse and drive a bloody fork truck, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you now. And
it's a bit like getting one of those motorway motorcyclist policemen and telling him he's got to do his cycling proficiency, isn't it? It's the same shit.
It's bloody stupid, mate. I mean, this guy was stunned, and I said, mate, RCITB, my arse. I've seen your video on YouTube with when you're doing your pre-sex in a warehouse with water all over the floor in an enclosed area. And he went, oh, yeah, oh, sorry about that. I said, fuck off, mate.
Anyway,
you're putting videos, training videos, come on.
Anyway, we're going to jump on, right, and get on to the next topic, and we get a few people to ring in. If you get bored later on, if there's anything that pops up that bugs you, give us a call a bit later on. But lovely to hear from you, matey, all right?
Hold on, side, before you jump on further. Sorry, go on, caller.
Have fun.
And that is the first caller.
Sorry, I want to answer a few questions. Lyric Assassin, fortnightly, your maximum driving hours is 90 hours over a fortnight. That's Monday to Sunday. Weekly, 56. And on your day, if you got an extension, is up to 10 hours. Because none of us have been answering the questions in here. Rev got his T-shirt from me. Actually, I've got no idea where he's got his Gammon T-shirt, but Rev will answer your question now for you, Peter.
Yeah, from him.
Jim Bob, you need to go sit your manual license, mate, if you want to have the ability to drive a manual truck. But pretty much all trucks now are automatic. You'll need to check that yourself. Don't rely on what we say.
Hang on, mate. DVSA hotline, how can we find you?
Hello there. I'd like to talk about your HCVs.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Go on. What was on your mind?
Well, I'll tell you what's on my mind. It's London gear, right? I drive a boat and a 5-axle mobile crane,
and
I spend all day sometimes because of rerouting, and the routing costs a lot of money. Plus, when you set up, they charge you thousands and thousands and thousands to set a crane in London. They've made it so difficult now. Now they've come up with this great idea, the government. They want to change the cherry we're using into white diesel. Therefore, City of London's got to be very prohibitive for contractors to hire a crane.
As a crane, you run on Cherry even when you're on highway, yeah?
You use Cherry all the time, on the road and on hire.
But those things use stupid amount of fuel when they're on the road anyway, so they need to run on Cherry, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one I get put on the new is a mobile tower crane, and it's on 4 axles. And it's on 4 axles, and for every mile you're using in the road, if you're on the motorway, you get 1 litre 1 mile. In the town, it's probably half a mile.
So, just out of interest, the axles that are driven on there, are they driven by hydraulic fluid or are they actually driven as in a gearbox?
It depends what kind it is. Some of the cranes, the far eastern ones, like Cato's, they're hydraulic.
Right.
And the levers, the Titanos and things like that, they're all mechanical.
So, what weight is your crane?
Well, it's generally, this is across the board. This is how they work it out. It's generally 12 ton an axle.
Fuck me up and down. So when they reroute you, they haven't taken into account cranes, have they?
No.
So you may end up going through, because when they reroute me, right, I'll go, fuck me, they actually thought about lorries when they did this. And sometimes I'm driving a Decker. And you really start to panic a bit then, because you think, right, well, that's under 15 foot, so that ain't going under there. But you think to yourself, some of these places, they're really fucking tight. And apparently it's, any weight limit. Your thing won't happen. And you'll end up, you won't get through it, or worse still, you'll sink. Because that's the other fucking problem, isn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what, the amount of damage a crane can do just standing still, never mind moving.
Yeah. I mean, if you mounted a curb, you've now got a drop curb, haven't you?
Yeah, you cannot. Well, we've got a crane this week. I think it's this weekend working at Puddlebrook. You saw it's off the same thing. It's you can't see in get the name. It's stuff the Thames there, right? The Puddlebrook Road or something like that. 300 tonner. The routing that guy had to get through just to get there.
It's so round the houses, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's incredible.
What people don't understand, right, is they think because in their car they go left, right, left, straight on, left, right, left, they're there, right? We can't do that because all of these roads are weak. They can't take the weight of a lorry. They certainly can't take the weight of a crane. And they can't take the weight of an extended lorry that's, say, for instance, ST, whatever it is, the heavy haulage, right?
Yeah.
So what they do is they work out where you can actually work, which instead of going in, goes all the way up, all the way here, then back, then that way, then all the way, and it comes in that way. What your man's saying here is they've just closed off that way. Now what the fuck do I do? And incidentally, it's a litre a mile in fuel. Cheers. Any ideas? And the other thing is, he's running on red diesel. Red diesel doesn't have the duty on it that white diesel that you put in your car does. It's significantly cheaper, although it's not as cheap as it used to be, is it?
No, it's nothing like that. It's I forget the price. I think it's 59p or
it's about 59p a litre when you buy it at a box from wherever it is if you buy it. Thing is, right, so you get tractors can run on red diesel, cranes can run on red diesel, I think snow plows can run on red diesel, and a few other vehicles that don't go very far that do mainly off-road work can run on red diesel. The rest of us are all on white diesel. White diesel, that's £1.34 a litre, I believe, or whatever.
Hang on. Is the only reason red diesel is cheaper because it's not taxed?
That's right.
Right, and it's 59 pence a litre and normal petrol's £1.35. So doesn't that mean we're getting fucking screwed for 80-something fucking pence a litre here?
Right, hang on. Okay, I'm gonna show you, right, this phone, right? Imagine this is a petrol tanker, because I've seen this picture done before. That part there is how much it costs you in money to buy the whole tanker. The rest is what the government stick on it, and that's what you're paying at the pump. Okay, so we pay a shitload of money. We pay tax on fuel. Now they're on about changing our road tax to per mile for lorry drivers. So I suppose if you're a haulier that doesn't do a lot, ideal. But if you're a haulier that does a high mileage, you're going to be paying even more. That cost will be met at wherever it is you're buying the product. That's how it works. Okay. So, but here's the thing. People are going, oh, expensive lorry drivers. You know, you want more money. Now, Gammon, what's the difference between a cheap and expensive lorry driver, mate?
If you always wonder why a professional is so expensive, get an amateur because you'll pay twice.
And that is the truth.
No, you'll pay more.
You get somebody who don't know what they're doing in one of your jobs in a crane. Fuck me.
Well, listen to this. Until Saturday there, everything went chaos, right? But up until Saturday, I had 18 years accident-free. And I arrived at a job half an hour early. Late. And from then on, everything went tip-top.
Yeah.
And I followed these guys to give me instructions. I don't follow people give me instructions because you've got to be volume aware of a crane. And I end up bashing the back of my crane, which I feel gutted about. But I never get told up my employer because of my record.
I used to be a rail-mounted crane, which is basically a rubber duck rail-mounted duck. Yeah. And you see them. When that thing fucking sticks the bucket in the forefoot, right? They're out there. If they're a proper digger driver, they're out there polishing the cunt because that digger represents how good they are. No scratches, right? No damage. And these people, it's like they just touching out with their hands. That's how good they are. There is a guy. He's probably not watching this. His name's Mark Wills. This guy could take a fag out your mouth and put it back in your mouth without touching you. He's that good. These crane drivers could literally drop something in there that has to go onto, say, for instance, 4 pins. And with a good banksman, this thing will just fly on there beautifully. Yeah, bad one. Like fucking Twin Towers. But anyway, we'll move on to the next topic. It's lovely to hear from you, bub. We will be doing more of these if you want to come on and talk about more stuff.
Yeah, I know what to talk about. Thanks for that.
Yeah, it's lovely to hear from you, buddy, though. Anyway, you take care, all right, bub?
Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
I just want to dance back on the comments quickly for 2 seconds. John Middleton, thank you very much for your comment. You done at 8:30. I mean, I'm really happy that a Walsall and a West Bromwich Albion supporters on here commenting on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much, son.
Oh God, yes, it's
fucking random. But there was one about if you buy cheap, pay twice and everything. Is that why you have to keep on changing your job gammons every fucking 6 months?
No, it's because I end up working for companies that shut down.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Because you work for them. Big up
hang on. I know that you find that word offensive, the word work, because you're from Birmingham. A bit like you found it offensive that you realised you've been paying tax the last few years when you put diesel in your car.
I'll tell you what, his missus had to give him some fucking Alka-Seltzer and a couple of, what, there's Valium in it. He's calming down all right now. Right, let's get on to a slightly different topic and talk about something that people could all get on board with. Kids, don't worry about asking your parents. If you think that you, as a boy, might be a girl, don't involve the parents, don't need to now. A court case has come about where you can now, I should imagine, get the, I don't know, the school, social services, or whoever involved, and decide that you want to start taking medication to stop the change before you go through puberty, therefore facilitating. Actually, we were supposed to get fucking Emma on here about this one. Emma, if you're about, ring me up, right? If you're watching this, okay? Because Emma would know more about this particular topic than I will. But yeah.
Come on, Emma.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm presuming there's a caveat that the child has got to be Gillick competent.
No, mate.
Well, then it isn't lawful.
That Gillick competency test ain't worth the fucking paper it's written on, because you guarantee the lefties will just push their agenda and go, I believe this kid's smart enough to make his own decisions.
Regardless, it's a fucking competency test that they've got to pass the threshold, otherwise it can't be lawful. And you can't have, like, say, a 4-year-old will ever pass that test.
Okay, hang a second. Emma's ringing in. Emma!
Hello, Si. How's it going?
How you doing, dear? This is a conversation or a topic that you know more about than me. Do you want to explain your understanding of this? Well, your understanding of all of this for people who are watching. Because we were talking about this yesterday, weren't we? And I just like, my fucking God. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Anyway, Emma, over to you, lovely.
Well, I think it's absolutely fucking nuts, mate. I think these people should just, let kids be kids and just let them do what they need to do and let them grow up before they actually think about taking these T blockers or whatever, because as soon as you start taking them, it fucks with the body and it stops that person from actually growing and becoming, a fully grown adult. It will actually fuck up your...
Can you explain how you know this?
Because I am actually trans myself.
There you go. That's what we wanted. Yes. So you see, the thing is, right, it's not about what you are, it's about the person you are. And on our fucking Discord server, how many trans people we got on there?
Quite a few, isn't there? I think there's 2 of us that usually are quite a regular appearance on your Discord, but there are others that do sort of pop in now and again, but yeah. They're usually quite busy.
It's about 3 or 4 that I know of, but, we have everybody on there, including Welsh. All right, so if you are Welsh, don't feel ashamed. You can come on. Anyway, but it was one of these things that Emma was one of these conservative people that came on and never said anything for ages about the fact that she was trans. And one day came out and went, I'm trans. And we went, yeah, never mind. It wasn't a thing to us. It didn't bother us. And she was like, all right. And we carried on. But Emma's a great source of knowledge for us personally, because you're also an advisor, aren't you, to people who are thinking about it.
Yeah. Absolutely,
and that's where the trouble began, wasn't it, Emma? Right?
Yeah.
She got in trouble for saying and talking about the elephant in the room, which was fucking brilliant. I just what was it? They were all trying to encourage in this chat that everybody become trans, and Emma was saying, well, actually, it's not for everybody, and there is a lot of thinking that needs to go into this, and it's not something you should be flippant about. Didn't go down well, did it?
Absolutely not. No, not very well. Let's just say they kind of went, well, we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, and they kind of kicked me out.
Yeah, no, you're a little bit too right-wing. You've got mediocre sort of middle-of-the-road opinions. We'll get rid of that.
Fucking house brings in common fucking sense. I mean, what the fuck, man? This is like a monumental, life-changing fucking thing. And I can't believe that fucking you know what I mean? They're now just putting this all in the hands of fucking kids. They can literally fucking go into a shop and go, I want that toy. And the next fucking day say, now that toy's shit, I want that one.
So
pretty much.
The truth of it is that back when I was a kid, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I got older, right? In regards of what job I wanted, which direction I wanted to go in life. I was a free spirit, right? I knew that sexually that I like women. I was lucky enough to have that one ingrained in me at a very young age, right? But I don't believe you're an adult at 18. You're told you're an adult. You can go and fight and die for your country. But especially today, you're not an adult. Because we've mollycoddled kids, we've protected them, we've stopped them from making difficult choices, and we've protected them from tough times. So any decision they make, they are going to have in the back of their head that I'm going to be protected, that if I get this wrong, somebody will fix the problem for me. If you get that part wrong, it's not fixable, is it?
No, it's not as straightforward as they think. I mean, if something like that was, on the cards and they think, well, shit, this wasn't exactly what I was expecting, then the whole reversal process is so much more complicated than it actually is. It's not even worth thinking about. A lot of people seem to think, oh, well, if something does fuck up, then, don't worry, it can all be reversed. It's a lot of arsing about with things that just, once you have a reversal process, you're going to probably have absolutely no feeling whatsoever down below. So you're pretty much screwed anyway.
Well, do you know what? I've been drinking. I've not had a lot of feeling down below. Never got any better.
Have you ever seen them fucking train wrecks of fucking people that have plastic surgery? And then they have more plastic surgery to make the old plastic surgery look better, because they always strive to fucking make it better. But all they end up doing is looking like they've been battered with a shovel.
Yeah.
Fucking, at some point, you've got to go. Nah, man. I fucked it up.
You've seen the wrinkles on my face, and that's why I've got a winch on my Land Rover. If ever I want to look pretty. Anyway, there we are. Right. Lovely for you to come on, lovely. And I'm going to get on to the next one. But yeah, I'll see you in a few. Well, 20
All right. See you in a few. Okay.
Rev, you got a fair few comments of people asking you questions in chat, mate. If you want to reply back to them.
I'm having troubles here, mate.
You're always having fucking troubles. It's either your crow's feet, your fucking gout, or technical support. Do I look Indian to you?
Oh, I've just
Hello, Mr. Evans. Here, my friend. This is how you do this. Now, could you please sign up to
my thing. Look, it doesn't work anymore. Look at it. Look.
Is it not staying up?
Mr. Stove, won't tell the weather which you live in. So
shoes he has.
Breaking news: Reverend Simon Sideways can't keep it up anymore.
Excellent.
No matter how many times he plays with it,
it's not working.
Look at the concentration on his face as well.
No, but what happened? Right? Okay. Well, look.
It's all floppy.
And the problem I'm dealing with here is for it to work where I want it, I've got to talk from the back. So talk amongst yourselves while I sort this one out. You can do the comments, Gammon.
So you're messing with the floppy thing whilst taking it from the back?
Yes.
Fill your boost, man. Whatever floats your boat.
Right, let's do some of these comments, me, Free State and Clusterfuck. Rev, Big C rants. Rev, didn't you do a video on these puberty blockers a while ago? Yes, he did. You're right. Anything? Can you guys see anything decent worth replying to?
Anyway, I think we've managed to just get a grip on the mic.
Oh yeah, both hands.
Shush.
Satan is against blood in my hands. I don't do blood play, mate. Sorry. That's extra.
Gammon, we're not going to get all crude now, are we? No, lovely.
He's just reading the comments, dude.
I was reading the comments, mate. There was someone on here who put a comment up saying that he wants to get in truck driving. You will never, ever find a truck driver that will tell you it's a good idea to go and do that job as a living.
Well, actually, with one exception. If you don't play well with others, then maybe it's the job for you.
I would say it's more of, you know yourself deep down, no matter how much people tell you not to do the job, that it's for you because you're going to do it anyway because it's in your blood.
So stop wasting your time and don't ask me. Anyway, right?
Yeah, because your answer's going to be no from me, but even though I love it.
So we've done the kids to decide whether they're going to have their own jab or not, haven't we? Or have we? Have we?
We've done the kids. Now then.
Oh, God, Jimmy Savile. Right. No, I believe that we've talked about kids making their own decision about beta blockers and that kind of thing, right? Not beta blockers, the other blockers. However, apparently as well, they can make their own decision about the jabs. Now, let's move on from that. Governments, this is what I like. This, my son, is fucking payment. This is civil servants. There are some good ones, but let's be honest, from what I can understand at the moment, most of the civil service has been done by common purpose. What's the other name of that thing, Flux? You know, critical
race theory.
That too, right? And genuine in a large case of leftyism, right? It's a bit of a cult. Now, if any of you have ever wondered how it is that a Labour government can lose and a Conservative government take over and just run straight into it with no experience, right? And then they lose and then the other people take over and that's how it works. And if you've ever wondered how it is that somebody can go on from being Minister of Health to Minister of Education, and you think, well, what does he know? Well, the truth is it's all done behind that. There's people that have been in that part for a long time. That's the civil service, civil servants, the people that
the ones that run the whole fucking country and the ones that we say are just the fucking masks or the puppets.
And the permanent secretaries, etc., etc. There's this whole mechanism behind the puppets that are rolled out to us every single fucking day in Parliament.
Go on, son. No, do it. Go on. Give it to him. Large.
And look inside the Quango, inside the Quango, inside the Quango, inside the Quango. That's infinite, but all the way along, some cunt's getting paid a fortune.
Are you trying to tell me it's an alouette and barley and light bulb picking and licking?
Yeah, with the fling flang Voojmadoo for on top.
You
Yeah.
dog-faced pony soldier, you.
Oh,
Is it one of them?
Yeah, man, it's definitely one of them.
Right. So basically, the civil service have now been told right now. I expected that these cunts thought they were immortal because, to be honest, I thought they were. You know, they're the ones that don't have to account to anything, get away with anything, come up with the ideas, and just literally go to bed at night and fucking sleep on a cloud of air. That whatever. So it says, and this is the part I like, the government's decision that civil servants will need to be either COVID-19 reconvalescent, I had to check that, make sure I was saying it the right way, or vaccinated as of the 1st of October to work at the office faces pushback from the trade union and state bodies, which said it would challenge the new rule. Hang on a second. So, in numerous other parts of the country, like, say, for instance, carers, they've all got to be vaccinated. But who speaks for them? Do they even have a union?
Hang on. They, I think, are rolling back a little bit because wasn't it due to start on Monday? And I think they've rolled it back. I think it was a few hours ago, earlier on today.
But they chucked the idea.
Boris Johnson's turnaround.
Pressure on, didn't they?
Yeah,
right?
indeed. It's going to switch around all the time, isn't it?
And it's going forward. As soon as we get to the winter and everybody catches the flu and drops down dead, as people generally do when they're old, right? I don't know if any of you have ever heard of pneumonia, what its actual terminology, its slang terminology is. Pardon me. It's called the old man's friend. Now, you think, how could it be the old man's friend? Because it just fucking killed him. Well, here's the thing. If you're dying of some sort of lung disease, or if you're dying of this, that, and the other, at the end of it, you die of a complication of something. Usually, don't you? Something takes you apart from the cancer, apart from this, or apart from that, right? And a lot of the times it's pneumonia. But pneumonia will knock you out and take you in your sleep. And it's the kindest way to go. So that's why they call it the old man's friend. Now, in the winter times, you get really bad fucking flus. Right, people get pneumonias, they die of it. Except last year, because apparently we didn't have it last year for other reasons, didn't we? Right. So when the old man's friend takes over this year, and other such things, because we did have one year, I believe, where we had really, really, really bad flu that took about 40,000 people out. Nobody batted an eyelid because at the time we were busy doing something else, I believe.
I think the average is 13,000 people die a year from flu in the UK.
Right, okay.
I think that's about the average.
That's an accepted figure. All right.
Yeah.
Right. And one year it was about 40,000. But nobody said anything because I'm sure the government were busy balls deep into something else where this wasn't something, right? However, at the moment, if you remember, everybody was talking about Brexit. Then everybody was talking about Trump. Now everybody's talking about this, except this is a worldwide everybody's talking about, right? What I'm trying to say here is that come wintertime, when everybody gets ill again, as they usually do, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, we usually get colds in the winter, and let's be honest, if you say you've got a flu, unless you're dying almost in bed, you probably didn't have a flu, you probably had a really bad cold, all right? Anybody here had a proper flu? Right, you have. Fucked you right up, put you on your back, couldn't do it again, could you?
Man flu sucks.
I couldn't even get liquid down, so I had to have rehydration tablets. And it was, I remember it was the millennium, it was the year 2000. And it.
What the cunt? Hey? Fuck
yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
How did you celebrate your new year? On medication?
Well, this is the thing. I had this huge fancy dress party organised at my gaff as well. I had,
What did you go, a starving Marvin?
Crazy Wasso, that fucking yellow fucking monkey. Dun, 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 dun.
No, we hold the things. The guy with the fake legs over it. Not Rodal, the other geezer.
Fuck me. Oh,
hang on. Do you remember that Millennium bug that was on about for computers? I think we found the only victim there ever was for it.
No. But the point
is an apostrophe.
The point being, influenza is a fucking killer. People.
Look, if you went back to the 1900s, it fucking wiped out loads, didn't it?
When people say, "Oh, I've got a touch of the flu," no, you haven't. No, you haven't.
You've got a touch of a cold, mate, you fucking pillock. Anyway, right, so apparently anybody in the House of Lords or House of Commons doesn't have to get the jab. Why?
Because they're part of the 1%.
Wrong. You're right.
Am I?
Yeah, that's what I say. No, I was just playing devil's there.
You're clear as Boris there.
But the problem is, we need to make clear. So,
you're wrong, but you're right, and both sides of the argument.
My very learned.
We're not going to introduce vaccine passports, but we are going to introduce vaccine passports, and both positions can be accurate at the same time. Can they fuck, Boris? Fuck
But
off.
you didn't make it clear enough there. So let me, right? What we're going to do, and then to make it very clear, for a few of us, and you're the ones that is particularly on this list. They'll be on the list, and they'll be the ones.
Rarest tiger got involved.
Is this on the same list as the fucking traffic light? That's not a traffic light anymore, but it's the same as a traffic light, but no.
But it performs the same function, and that's what we're clear of.
Yeah.
So anyway,
confusing every cunt.
So the people in the back offices that I had no friends with, they will have, or they should have, or if they can't, they'll have to stay home. But if they can't stay home, they'll have to have it and come and work. But they'll have the jab. The jobs for jabs for jobs, and whatever it is. Anyway, but after that, but us, no, we can't have it because reasons. And as long as we're very clear on this. So everybody in this room is, nobody have it, and your tennis partners, friends.
Does anybody want to give him a restart? Yes, anybody give him a restart so he stops.
And some bloke in the mess called Kenneth. Anyway, that is as clear as we're going to be. So it literally is anybody who's apart from. So that's 1%. The 1% don't have it. I saw something, a meme earlier on, right, of Boris Johnson. And it said, we didn't actually say that at all, actually. It was a lot more specific. He said, I was born in the wrong time. I should have been born in the Middle Ages where I could be lopping off the heads of the smelly peasants whilst rogering the, what do you say, the stable boy.
Well, I mean,
how do you go with that? Oh, more the point is Mrs. She must be dead pleased. I mean, must be like a yawning earpo. Hey?
Yeah. I think it's really distracting from the point that the cunt's destroying the country and trying to.
Yeah, he's fucking the place up. But there's, you see, the thing is, right, and here's my understanding of it, right, that you don't give this experimental jab to these people in case it's bad.
From the government's own statistics, and I was watching a video on it earlier on today, and it was reported in the Mail as well that you've got 2 in a million chance of becoming ill if you're under a certain age without anything. But the chance of you getting a side effect of anything goes up to, what was it, 23 per million? So I think it's like something like a 15 times increase of the risk of something happening to you if you do something to yourself. Please explain to me how that is good for children.
Yeah.
That was a massive explanation. Cheers for that.
Well, you must have understood. I've said it in the most delicate way I can.
I was reading the comments, mate. Don't get me involved in this particular.
Sorry. Was you just trying to say to us there, Kathy Newman, was you just trying to say you dumbed the question down really low down for us to answer it?
Well, I'm just trying to avoid certain litigation.
Okay.
Yeah, especially after the last one.
Hang on, a fucking Bojo apparently already had the fucking Kung Flu.
Apparently.
So if apparently he's had it, wouldn't he have then got the immunity to it? Because apparently people who are fucking jabbed and people that have had the fucking flu, the Kung Flu, they don't have to jump through the same fucking hurdles as everybody else when you want to like go to a venue.
To be fair,
or leave the country.
then I'm fucking scot-free. I've been jabbed a few times in my life.
Hang on, wasn't he the guy that's been vaccinated 3 times, but apparently only twice? But there's 3 photos going around with 3 different locations where he's had the vaccine done.
Oh, apparently, right? No, I got a load of grief over this one. Oh, you fucking idiot! That was his 2 COVID jabs and his winter flu jab.
Oh, right, okay. Hang on, so winter flu still exists?
Well, I thought we eradicated that last year.
Yeah, I thought
it had a holiday last year. It's been busy for years on end. It took a fucking holiday last year. COVID took over, took the strain.
Break.
But now we've got this fucking, jab that can easily take care of COVID. It's pretty everyone's so quick for fucking doing the flu thing, yeah?
I'm just going to cut in on this because this is to do with this conversation. As I said earlier on, I'm not at home. I've invaded my parents' house whilst they're away because I've been cock-blocked by Kung Flu. When I say I've been cock-blocked by Kung Flu, the wife's tested positive. My 3 children, 12, 8, and 6.
Right. Let me make this quite clear for anybody who's watching. He said he's been cock-blocked, right? He said his wife and his 3 children. Let me make this clear.
No.
The wife, not the children, all right?
No.
They're very normal. One of them looks harassed. I want to clear that up.
Yeah, none of them have been chained to the radiator. The wife's been feeling a bit dodgy the last few days, but she's still been able to get up and do whatever she needs to do.
Have you got a basement?
No, I've got a shed in the field.
We've got Rotten in the house. Rotten?
But so the wife's been ill, but she's not been death's door.
You know what? She's only been ill when you're coming back from Spain. When you're getting home.
I know, it's amazing. And the 3 kids, same thing. I spotted them earlier on because I dropped the shopping off at the door and run away, just in case anyone from the Truck and Trace are watching. And they look normal. They look fine. The kid, my youngest, was quite happy to run out and play on the trampoline within seconds. They're not dying. And the 3 kids haven't had the vaccine. So why does my 12-year-old need to be forced by you guys or encouraged to have the vaccine?
Dude, fucking at the doctors, right? They're openly fucking going 3-year-olds and upwards can have the vaccine. It's got obviously nothing to do with, I think it's 25 quid fucking per jab that the doctors get for fucking.
How could you say such a thing?
Obviously,
because they're self-employed and they're tuck-stocking arseholes.
Obviously, I'm not trying to say at all that there is a money incentive behind this whole this whole pandemic.
I take it you're also not saying that doctors before in the UK, America, Canada, Netherlands, and other places across Europe and the Western world haven't taken the interest of money incentives to push certain prescriptions.
No, that has never occurred. I do not know any fucking doctor that, for instance, bought a brand new fucking Porsche off the fucking kickback of a pharmaceutical company at all. It's obviously just fucking, I don't know, conspiracy theory, fucking propaganda.
So anyway, right. What was the other topic? Right. Actually, I might be able to play. Because, with this current time of, pregnant men emoji confirmed for next update on smartphones.
Can I clarify something on this?
Fucking joking.
I want to clarify something on this. This is not pregnancy. This is caused by that. You're not pregnant. If you're a bloke, you're just a fat cunt. Deal with it.
There it is. Right, let's get over there. Look at it. There's Gammon. There's me. There's Free. Terry, you're not on it. Anyway, right. There was a bird, right? I'm going to play this. This is brilliant.
Everybody has a card. I want a card as well. The drug addicts got a methadone card.
Can you hear it?
These jacked
I've got double feedback though.
I want a healthy immunity card. I take care of myself and I mind my own fucking business card. Do you have one of those? I think we ought to start putting those into production immediately because it takes a lot of work for me to take care of myself. I work out. I eat well. This is day 42 of a cleanse I've been on. Fruits, vegetables, and water. I haven't had any alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes. So when do I get my card? I I want something that I can flash and be proud of and say, look at me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Y'all want me to sit up here and stick a whole bunch of foreign shit in my body for what? For what? So you can mess up my DNA? Bitch, please. You ain't gonna have me standing outside in the damn sun turning green and shit.
Bitch, please.
I like her.
Wasn't that brilliant? Bitch, please. Oh, mate. So this, by the way, what we're looking at now, and the link is in the description, is the Reverend Simon Sideways Telegram page, which, oh, man.
He's toxic.
What? No, this hasn't got the conversation in it, all right?
All right.
Yeah. We have Haram. Haram, if you're watching, thank you very much. Haram comes out with more news than you can shake a stick at. Fucked if I know where he gets it from, right? But all of this stuff, I watched a meme. Shamina Begum asking if she can come back, and then Granny, you know, the one that, hello, love, all right. Yeah, she deals with it. But all of this lot, all of this news you're seeing today, all of this, that's just today. It's amazing. So click on the description. Incidentally, if you want to follow me on Facebook, the link is in the description. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm on there for one reason. I fucking hate it, but to get news off. You want to follow me on there? I'm on Twitter. All the links are there. I would suggest click on all of them and subscribe on all of them. Reason being is that if I get booted off one thing, you can find me on the other. Now, I'm led to believe that before long, I'll be able to start doing live streams on Telegram. So if I did get kicked off of here, then maybe we could go over to there. But there it is. Anyway, right, what have we got left, people? Anything else you wanted to talk about before we wrap it up?
Yeah, well, you're talking about Twitter as, trying to think the right way to phrase this. We all laugh and cheer about trollers and people that troll, and I love a good troll. If any of you lot are still on Twitter, because I've rediscovered it again recently, but bit the bullet, just to wind up a few supermarkets, check out Nicki Minaj's Twitter. I never thought I would celebrate this person.
Or lack of.
No, trust me. If you're on Twitter,
kicked off Twitter there.
No. She's absolutely trolling the shit out of fucking everyone over COVID and the vaccine.
Yeah, I think what you're saying.
Yeah. And right? then she got kicked off Twitter. Twitter actually fucking banned her and her 20 million fucking followers because she was fucking calling out Fauci.
Oh, she's been banned. Oh, we'll catch us up then, mate, because I've missed this bit.
Fucking, yeah, from what I've fucking picked up, she got banned off Twitter and she's like, I can't believe fucking Twitter's fucking banned me for having an opinion type bollocks. And they had some of her fans and that fucking protesting outside somewhere. Fucking, yeah, just not bad.
Hang on, Gamma's got his finger on the pulse so much he turned up to the funeral. Right. Hello.
How
you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent.
I'm good. You good? Just loving the show, mate. It's like,
yeah, if you ever want to watch a show done badly, come here. This is how you do it.
Yeah. Well, no. Honestly, you're just real. You're real, and it's refreshing. Really is.
So
yeah.
what is it you want to talk to us about? There's got to be something on your mind.
Well, as far as the CPC is concerned, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's necessary for the first 8 years of driving. Okay, I'm 57. I've been driving trucks all my life since I was 12 years old, and I'm being honest. Okay. He's such a quango. Okay. It's not even funny anymore, is it? With experienced truck drivers having to spend serious amounts of money every 3 years, yeah, and when they could teach the instructors stuff.
Why is it that if the government wants us to know it, they should pay for us to do it? Why is it we got to pay for it? I mean, let's be honest. We've just been called an emergency service. Without us, the entire country, it's all that cocaine. Yeah, right.
Bless you.
But basically, we've now been called an emergency whatever, right? If they bring out new rules, It's their job then to pay for us to know these new rules, or don't bring these rules out, right? We must be one of the main countries in the world that studies our trade as hard as we do and make sure we adhere to all the rules. Have you seen some of these fucking morons that come in from abroad? That, I mean, let's get this right. Over in France and stuff, and some of the other countries, instead of having a unit that's got 3 axles, the unit's got 2 axles, which obviously means they carry less weight, yeah? But you know as well as I do, as soon as they back up to a bay in the UK, nobody's told that cunt who's loading them that they've got 1 axle less, so they just fucking load them with the full load. They're all running around over here overweight, aren't they? You know it, I know it. They don't give a fuck. And so,
they are. I've got to give the government to a degree. Yeah, they are trying. I mean, they get checked at North Weald in Essex on their way to Dover.
They've also got on that smart motorway an axle weigher that weighs at real time at road speed. Did you know that?
Yeah. No, I didn't. No.
Yeah. So basically, you know when you see it's on a right hand bend actually, and you'll see on the left hand side a bit further up, you'll see Vosa parked up. It's already taken a picture of each number plate of the vehicles that go over it at what weight, and it doesn't just do lorries. So if you're running over with a Transit, right, it's a 3.5 tonner and you've got 3.6 ton overall weight, they'll nick you, right? And I couldn't believe that they could actually like weigh you up at that speed, but they do. So everything that comes in, that's why you see them picking on all the flip flops, right? But once they've got past that part of the smart motorway,
what's a flip flop, Simon?
It's a foreign driver.
Okay. Oh.
It will be somebody who doesn't wear the correct PPE when they get out of the vehicle over in a UK fucking.
That's better.
So I see them, right? That's like if we get out, we haven't got, say for instance, we haven't got our fizzy on, we haven't got our boots on, that kind of stuff. We get bollocked. They'll rock up in shorts, flip flops, right? And sometimes they get out with no eye-vis. Nobody says a fucking word to the cunts.
No fair t-shirt.
And you're like, hey, that's why they called them flip-flops, because that's what they get away with. It's not a racist topic comment. It's a factual comment. They come from somewhere.
No. I've just never heard it before, Tom. That's all, mate. I've never come across it. I mean, I have a small eye-vis vest with no sleeves, and I just wear it all the time when I'm working. You know?
No, the flip-flop is just generally somebody that wears flip-flops and gets away with it. So,
right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know why they just. Well, I know why, right? Because they get bored of telling them, and they also know they're never coming back again. So, what was the point? With an English driver, they know the chances are they're probably going to come back again. So, if they do something wrong, this is the rules. That's it. And also, some of them don't speak English, do they?
Well, to be honest, as a driver, I only deal with the base stuff like yourself. You know, I don't really get involved.
But anyway, going back to what you were saying originally.
Yeah, well, the CPC, I mean, it is a pointless quango. I mean, all it is, it's a money-making exercise. I mean, if you've been driving for many years, I've been driving for many years. It is definitely necessary. Okay, if they're going to start making it too easy to get a class 2, a class 1, or whatever, but it should only be appropriate for the first 5 to 8 years, and it should be going your driver's history, whether you need to take more modules or whatever they dictate.
How many courses have you been on, out of interest?
3, 4.
So you've run out of your CPC then?
No. Over the years, what I'm saying is I've done the CPC 3 or 4 times.
Right. So you do one.
It's every 3 years.
No, you do one every year, or you do 5 in 5 years. That's how it works, right? So I've done 7, and because I've been driving for a while before they came in, and I haven't done any more lately, but I'm going to have to do a load more to catch up before my ticket runs out as such.
What's it costing you, by the way, Simon?
Well, apart from the suicide attempts and stuff. What is it? It's most of them. It's usually around the £50 to £70 a day mark. And as a self-employed,
A module.
I have to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, unless you're working for someone like, I don't know, a council contractor, then you're not going to get put through the course, are you? At the company's expense, shall we say.
But the thing is, right,
So,
I have learned on, if you imagine there are 8-hour or 9-hour days, 7 times, I've learned probably an hour's worth of new stuff that was interesting. The rest of it was just literally telling me what I knew, which is a problem.
So you have been taught some things by a CPC course, but generally they're just a waste of time.
Yes.
And if you had one day in the classroom a year to refresh you on brand new.
Yeah, the one day a year that you're meant to take every year anyway.
Yeah, but why isn't that free? This is my question. I don't understand why we've all got to pay for it. Well,
there's the thing, because it's a moneymaker. Did you realise?
Well, yeah, it's a quango. As I said, it's a quango. So why is the trucking industry? Why is the transport industry? Why are we tolerating, which is a quango, which is obviously a corrupt way of making money for certain organisations?
There's no community. In the first 5 years, I could have done the same course, right, the same module 5 times, and that would have done my CPC. That tells you all you need. Anyway, go on.
Can I answer this question for you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Right, I believe that the answer to your question there, caller, is down to social dumping. Because normally if you're getting trained something in the workplace that benefits your employer will pay for it. So far, where we've had the social dumping, where we've been told it hasn't been going on, which is bringing in foreign workers from abroad to keep our wages low and our benefits low. This would be classed as a benefit. You'll benefit your employer by doing this CPC. So where your employer's got a larger field to pick from for new drivers, he doesn't have to provide it, which is why it's expected that you provide it. And as you rightly said, quango, money-making exercise. Now, I would agree with you on keeping the driver's CPC if it was fit for purpose. If it was something where we would actually learn something, whereas where Simon's just said, you can do the same class every year for 5 years and keep your CPC. It's no use to no one. You can just show up, and as long as you're attending, fall asleep in the back of the class, as you would know, you've passed the course. There's no test for it. That's why I'm against it in its current form.
So
yeah, I totally agree.
I think we want to get off that one. I want to get on to the lockdown now. So I'm going to say thank you for calling in, me old China, and I will speak to you on Discord soon.
See you on Discord.
Take care.
Right. So, if they bring in a passport scheme, which says that you can't go to work unless you've got a vaccine, or one is it now? If they bring about the same thing saying that you can't go shopping, are you going to conform? That's what I want to know. Incidentally, when they bring in another lockdown, and if they make it more strenuous,
mate.
Well, but the mic's cool, didn't it? So I'm not doing so well here. But
have you tried to put some spit on it and look it in the eye? Maybe give it a blue tablet.
Parents must have struggled so hard with you. I bet they're glad they're not there tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, look, sorry, bit of blue there, mate, for it.
Callow, give us 2 seconds, mate. Callow, can you hear me? Hello, Callow.
Oh, hello, half point.
Oh, shit. Hang on, Callow.
Tony.
Callow, if you can hear me, call on the fucking number on the screen, you daft mare. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit.
You can tell me some Yorkshire, can't you?
Yeah, bless him. Right. So, I'm led to believe, through the limited sources that I have, that this lockdown will be worse than the last one. Will you adhere to it? That's the question. Answer me in the comments, or better still, you want to chat to me personally, I'll be going over at Discord when we end here, right? So, no, don't say that. They won't come over. Anyway, right?
Oh, dear.
The link to Discord is going to be in the description, and somebody's going to pop it up across the screen in a minute because they're very good at that, aren't they? So come and join us, and we'll have a bit of a drink up in there, and we'll talk about the things that we can't talk about on here. That's got to be hello.
That's got to be half point.
Sorry,
What do you mean?
Is that
Hello,
fucking
Tony.
fucking Thursday? Callow.
Hey,
Right.
Cameron, you're wrong. You can't do the same 5 things in a row. They've changed it now. You have to do a different one every year.
But you could originally, couldn't you?
You could originally, but it's all changed now. And I've got my finger stayed at your face, you cunt.
Just out of curiosity, do your parents know you're using their phone to ring in?
Yeah.
More to the point, right? Who did you get to dial the number? Because I don't suppose your fingers are big enough to fucking use the phone.
Right, so hang on a second, right? I'm going to speak to Cal for a minute, right? So, incidentally, any of you wondering, Cal's actually also on the Discord tour, and Cal is one of these that will give you some local area knowledge as long as it's in the one route he does. Right, it's great. But he also understands a bit about the law and stuff like that, and we do have a laugh. And then when we get lost, he's really good at telling me that I've made a mistake, which is nice, isn't it, Cal? Anyway. Yeah.
Have you munched your way through them fucking chocolate oranges yet?
Oh, yeah, they're nearly gone, mate.
Now, that's the thing.
You fat bastard.
Right? We will make friends. Now, Cal travels up north and comes back down. On his way, he gets Free State here to deliver him chocolates to where he's parked up at night. Isn't that nice of Free State?
Hang on, Free State, did he meet you or did you meet him?
No, I had to get to his yard. He's fucking locked up in the yard, eh?
Is it because if you put X on the map, he can't find it?
That is fucking true. In fact, if you put an X with a photo and GPS coordinates, if it ain't on his route, he's fucked it.
Anyway, right. Listen, I'm gonna hand over to Terry for a minute and let Terry take this live stream because Terry has got things on his mind that he wants to put out there as questions. I can see
No, not at all.
Yes,
no. You can fuck off. You ain't handing all the mantle over.
He's like, this is going down here. I can't believe this. I would have talked about maybe.
Well, yeah, that was sort of like going through my mind. Absolutely, it was because I mean, for example, a lot of the people are talking in here about not truck driving. They were talking about what you were getting to.
I wanted to talk about Cal. Cal's also Cal. Don't get off the phone yet, love. Right.
I mean that sort of stuff.
Cal is noticing food shortages in the shelves, but not in the load. Isn't that right, Cal? Right, Callow.
He's fucked off again.
Is he?
Just on that quick interjection.
Hang on a second. He has the fucking useless cunt. I'm dealing with him.
Hang on, 1 sec.
It's
Mary Clark.
It's hard. It really is.
That could be possible. You never know.
And the question really was, you asked everybody in here, what are you going to do if there's another lockdown? Will there be another lockdown?
I did. Yeah, right. What was the answers?
Most people are in agreement saying you can go fucking do one, cunt. Not you, obviously, personally. I mean, yeah.
Well, I enjoy you getting Larry. So, do you know what?
That's how you feel.
We should have.
Point.
Let me guess. You slipped off your stool and you couldn't reach the phone. Oh, fuck me, it's not Callow. Hello, mate. Do forgive, I thought it was Callow ringing in, he's short.
No, that's all right.
Oh, God, he's so professional here. Anyway, how can I help, bud?
Really enjoying the show. It's been brilliant.
I like low expectations.
I'm just ringing.
I can manage to reach them. But go
on. So I was just ringing up because I'm a Class 2 driver.
Mm-hmm.
Bad driver.
I'm a Class 2 for... here we go.
He was Class 2 for ages. That's what he was saying.
I've had it for 2 years now.
Right.
So I've been driving for 2 years. And I'm just a little bit annoyed about what they've done with the new testing.
Yeah, I would be.
I don't think it's really fair for all of us that have done it the correct way. And I was going to further on to do my class 1.
I'm looking forward to it. Roll on, 21st.
Yeah. You know, let me explain, right? The difference between you and Free. Free wants to go and get his class 1 because he's always straight to the end, right?
It's the only thing to take his weight.
Oh, that's
That's coming from him.
Right. Class 2 is harder. There's a reason for this, right? You do not have the lock, right?
Yeah.
You really do have to work out whether you're going to get around there and whether you can spin it around. Because as a
circle shit,
I can bend that fucking thing around in afterspace. You can with a standard size class 2, and then you've got all the other things, right? Because what they want to do is they always want to load you at the front of the class 2, right?
Yeah.
Immediately you're over the weight on the front axles, right?
Yeah.
Or you got space, all the rest of it. A lot of it's curtain cider, and also they expect you as a class 2 driver to get into 3.5 ton work. It's just the way it is. He'll tell you, gammon, right? They want you to get into a place where you, the other lorry got in here, and then when you fucking sink or something, what was the other lorry? Oh, it was one of those deliveries from fucking Ocado. Oh, you mean the
we've heard bigger in there.
Yeah, I get the comment so many times when I go to sites. Oh, we can get an Arctic into here. And it's like, okay, an Arctic can bend.
I'm going to back you up with something right now. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Medieval city in Switzerland couldn't get an Arctic in there, but sent me in there through there with an 18 ton with all that overhang.
Yeah,
and most of it was 7.5 ton and 5 ton weight limits, and you just went.
Hang on, did you do it?
Cunt. Yeah,
I've
done it. Yeah, that was when I done that.
Fucking moaning, you cunt.
That was when I done that Raw Marine.
Fucking hell! What a medal! You drove a fucking brum through a fucking street. You want a medal?
I want a fucking blue Peter badge.
For fuck's sake!
Shut up, you cunts! Sorry, mate. Yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah, so my rant was just about the new testing. I really don't think it's a good idea to have drivers going straight onto the
I want to
class
ask you
1.
a question. If they said to you, you now have a class 1 license, would you take it?
I would go and get some training first.
Right. So you take it and then get the training.
I would get the training. I wouldn't drive without the training.
I'm not saying that. And no, Gammon, we're not going down that road, all right? No, we're not. Fuck it. There's an ongoing joke, right? Would you take it? Would you leave it? We're not going down that road. And especially not it. Right? If I was a class 2 driver now and I didn't have a class 1, I'd take it, put it on my license, and then I would go out, right, and sit with a class 1 driver for a week, watching how he does it. Yeah. Because you already know how to drive a truck. So all you need to do is work out how he does it and why he does it. So literally the class 2 is the hardest one because that's the one from going from driving a car to stupid amount of weight, huge amounts of inertia, and trying to get it not to crash the entire time.
Yeah.
So
definitely agree.
I would go along with you, and I would be pissed off if I was you. I mean, I should be pissed off anyway because I pay for both my own tests, right? And I paid the long way. But what have you been doing lately, fatty? Hey,
waiting for the fucking thingy to be sorted so I can go get my HGV at half the price and then go. Hey, sorry, how we get smart? That's half the money. Half the money.
How do you get the code to go back? Stick it in reverse. Oh, but that includes work. Do you still got to work in them fucking mirrors?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
How about this? I'll get the license and palm it off to my cousin and he can do the driving. That'll piss you off even more.
From Birmingham.
You know what? Excuse me a second, caller. I've just got to slate him a bit more. Right? Yeah. Do you know, they used to say that the Indians came over and one of them took a test and the rest of them drove on it. It was the same with you fucking Brummies, isn't it?
I don't know, mate. I'm from Brum.
He's got a license and he looks just like me. What's that? Yeah. Fucking lazy. Right, fuck off.
I'm from Brum, you know. Out of all that, I took offence with the fact that you called me from Brum. Everything else I'm good with.
That's why I did it, because I know you're from fucking Middleton somewhere. Anyway, so, right, have you ever Like as a class 2 driver, have you ever decided that I want to do a class 1, but it's too expensive?
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Is that
100%?
Is that the only thing that's holding you back now?
Yeah, it's a lot of money to pay out another like 1,200 quid to do it.
Right. So if they just said 2-day course, right, it will cost you 250 quid, and you'll be in there. Would you do it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Or they could take it out of your wages.
Yeah, because here's the thing. They want to bring people into the job that's got no skills. You've already got the skills.
Yeah.
So we need you at the top of the food chain now, right, driving the
I know.
Right, and let the other people into the 7.5 tonner where you can cut your teeth.
Exactly.
Everybody thinks the 7.5 tonner can't do much harm with that. There was an accident down near Portsmouth where a guy was on his phone and he didn't see the vehicles in front. And he went through and he squatted about 6 vehicles. And one of them was a Peugeot. And it just became something you couldn't recognize. And in there was a young girl. Now, that's with the 7.5 tonner. You can imagine what you can do with a lot more weight, like he's got, or like class 1. So anyway, there it is. Well, look, if you don't get any luck with what you are doing, I would imagine very shortly they will come up with some sort of government course, a way of paying it back at a very slow rate. I would take it.
Hang on. Before you go, driver, mate, I want to have a chat with you before you shoot off, if that's all right.
No.
Yeah, go on.
Not take it or leave it.
No, it's not that. Right. When I first got my Class 2 license, I done it the way you mentioned a minute ago, where the employer paid for it. The employer, the guys on here know about the story. The employer sent me up to above Oslo to do the new James Bond film that's coming out. I took the hydraulics up for it, minus 25 degrees. My night heater packed up. Yeah, can you just get on with it and can you stop running the engine? You're wasting 2 litres of diesel an hour and we can't afford to fix the night heater or put you in a hotel. Because I jacked it in, they took the whole money of the course that they put me through Class 2 out of my final wages. So be very careful. I know it's tempting, but be very careful if anyone offers you it. Because they're normally the shit companies, mate. That's the only thing I'll give you a heads up on.
Oh, brilliant. Cheers. As Simon's self-employed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a tax dodger.
If you were self-employed, is there a way of claiming that back as training?
No.
Or anything like that? No?
Not I'm aware of, no.
No. Okay.
If you're doing self-employed, you'll be getting a slightly more rate, you'll be paying slightly less tax. But also,
you'd be tax on your petrol going to and from, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you can pay that. Well, you'll get time to the course plus meal allowance, that kind of stuff, but it's very little.
Bits.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the money you're going to get, and not just this, something that everybody needs to understand: the bigger the vehicle, the less work. Isn't that right, Gam?
Yeah, the longer the distance, the less work as well.
Well, if you have a look how fat it is, it's long distance, right? What I'm saying here is, you do 7.5 tonner, you will be unloading it. You do Class 2, chances are you could be unloading it. You do Class 1, if you're unloading it, you're unlucky.
If you're driving it all the way down to Spain and I've been 24 hours off on the fucking beer and the Lomo, you ain't unloading shit.
Well, anyway, I appreciate the
no problem at all. But if you're working for somebody at the moment, there's no prospect. Save up, get your Class 1, and then if you want to, because you've already got the experience of moving around a big vehicle, you know the basics. You could go to Class 1, and if you get any problems, drivers are one of these people that you can go up to them and say, "Oh, mate, I'm having problems here," and we'll all help you because we've all been there.
Yeah.
Somebody who doesn't ask for help, we don't want to embarrass them by saying, "Do you need help?" But somebody who says, give us some help," we'll all jump in. That's how it works.
Are you on our Discord channel, mate?
Yeah, get on the Discord channel. Come and speak to us.
Yeah, we got a driver's forum.
You can put it on your phone, and not just that. When you get lost, which we all do,
Gavin will help you.
Somebody talk me through, and we can work you from point A to point B.
We?
Oh, sweet.
That's you.
We?
Yeah,
yeah,
you.
me. Not fucking you, and not Callow.
Hey, I'm
You.
very...
How many fucking times you fucking gone? Dude, help us out, man.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get a fucking fine in Spain. That's why I run you rare cunt.
Drama now. Right. Anyway,
Fucking melt.
I'm probably going to wind this up unless there's another topic that people want me to talk about, right? If in the chat you want to put a topic you want me to talk about, put it on there, and
now bear in mind there is a good delay between them hearing it on YouTube and then getting.
I understand that, but what we're going to hear is them two waffle and whinge and moan and fucking cuss and nonsense.
Can I whinge about Brexit whilst we're waiting for people to call in?
No, shut up.
Right, so I'm going to say to the caller, cheers for calling in. Download the Discord app because you can have it on your phone or whatever. And come and join us for a chat in there. All right?
Sweet. Keep up all the good work, guys.
All right, buddy.
You too, mate.
Yeah,
full moon.
Cheers,
man.
buddy.
Bye-bye.
I just want to come in with something very sarcastic.
Motherfucker, spit it out.
Fuck you. Right. Now, obviously, we all know that the horrible fuck's sake.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, that's
hello.
Half point.
How's my little friend?
Hey, got a thing here, right? So everybody goes and gets the class 1. One day, class 1 driver turns up, that guy behind counter says to you, it's class 2 work. You're getting paid class 2 money. Storing problems up again by just jumping people to the class 1s and not doing class 2s.
Yeah, but you'd be all right just doing class 2 with class 2 money, wouldn't you?
Would I, eh? They wouldn't get me doing class 2 work and getting class 2 money when I'm on class 1 money.
Why not?
Well,
is it beneath you?
Apparently, they reckon per square foot you could do less damage.
Yeah, but the thing is, I thought you had vertigo and being the small as you am, climbing up into that big cab. I would have thought a smaller cab would have helped you.
Right, Terry, you're now in charge. I'm just going for a quick pit stop.
I'm doing the same fucking thing.
What?
Oh, never mind.
Let me see if I can understand this. You've already sent me a private message, Simon. This is going to be replayed. You've already sent me a private message saying, "You're all right, mate. You're looking a bit glum." I'm going, I know fuck all about the subject of HGVs.
And whilst all that's going on, right, he's now got Callow on the fucking dog and bone.
About HGVs, talking about HGVs, and the 2 HGV cunts have fucked off and left me that knows fuck all about HGVs, talking about HG fucking Vs.
It's easy enough.
No problem. I'll enlighten you.
Please do.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Honestly,
only inviting us a little bit, though, eh?
I've spent my life being so interested about this, not.
Sorry, what did I miss? Has he got a little angry?
No, little man ain't got angry at all. Skinny man got a bit fucking miffed. But Tiny's all right.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good as gold. But yeah, at the end of the day, you're going to save problems up. At the end of the day, who the hell's going to want to be driving class 2 when you got your class 1 license?
Yeah, precisely.
And not only that, I know quite a few people that have got the class 2, they've gone for the class 1, and they can't pass it. I know a couple of them 6 times, and they're still trying.
My brother took a few times. Simon, are you single? Yes. Quick piss? Yes. Did I miss the bowl? No, it's my house. Right, yeah. So, right. What is the...
Free say fuck off. No free say. I know exactly what you're thinking.
Reading the comments, mate. You know what I mean? Right, so I'm going to ask some quick fire questions to Callow.
Simon, have you had a Christmas card?
Yeah. And it came from some homosexual lorry driver that was bored. Right. Oi, Gammon, you've been late this weekend.
Fuck off.
Clearly not then. All right, so let's move on. Right, Callow, what's the worst part about the job?
Waiting around.
Right, what's the best part about the job?
Being on your own and driving down the road and you're in charge.
I thought he was about to say tank polishing because he really drives a Scania.
What's the part that makes you stress most?
Not being given proper instructions on how to get somewhere.
What's the part that makes you smile the most?
Titties.
I knew you were going to say that because I was thinking just the same.
Dropping off the dead prostitutes after you use them.
Right. Do you regret being a lorry driver?
No, I don't.
Right. Do you just wish things were better?
Yeah.
Do you think that if lorry drivers were left to sort the job out, that they could do a better job?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. How do you think that motorists could help lorry drivers more?
Well, for starters, they could stop pulling into gaps thinking, it's okay. I mean, when it's raining, you have to pull back, you leave a gap. And then you get car drivers that seem to think it's okay to pull in that gap to go off at a juncture. And then the lorry in front brakes, and then you're starting to shoot yourself because you're on the brakes and you're seeing this car coming up pretty sharp.
Well, I reckon, Cal, it's about time to go over to Discord, don't you? Right. Well, I'm going to go to Discord, right? So I'm going to say to anybody, if you're not on Discord, and if you're not, what?
There's one thing I want to cover before we go, and it's actually a genuine thing.
Hang on, I haven't finished. We're not going yet. If you want to carry on, but I want to say this: join me on Discord. I'll be on there in a bit, right? The link is in the description. All you've got to do is have a mobile phone with the headphones that come with it. If you can't do that, your computer should have a mic on it. Your tablet should have a mic on it. The instructions are all on YouTube if you struggle. If not, come into chat, right? Type in the chat. What do we call chat at the moment in there? Is it called the notice board?
Notice board.
Your notice board, there's a little thing that you can type at the bottom. If you're having problems, somebody will type back to you and explain to you how to do it. So there's going to be people there, right? We'll see you in there very shortly. But before we do, Gammon, is this serious or not? I don't mind.
Yeah. This one I wanted to cover was serious, but I had something really sarcastic to say. But thinking about a YouTube strike, I better fucking not. Yeah. We've obviously all been told about how Brexit has caused a massive lorry driver strike in the UK and the shortage of lorry drivers and how terrible. So I'm letting you know how far-reaching Brexit is with a quick 2 paragraphs. The US is currently facing a huge shortage of truck drivers, which is causing havoc in the supply chain. Companies are raising wages to attract more hires and dangling massive sign-on bonuses. One logistics company in Maryland said it would pay all its new drivers a signing-on bonus of at least $15,000. So I'm glad to see that Brexit is affecting the Americans in Maryland. So when you hear this,
and the Germans and the Spanish,
and the Germans and the Spanish that have debated this in Parliament 5 times, and the Swedish and the Norwegians
and the rest of the world,
yeah, Australia, New Zealand, but it is all Brexit's fault. Just we fucked everyone up with Brexit, didn't we?
Right. Anyway, I'm off. So I'm going to say thanks, Cal. Do you want to say bye?
Bye-bye.
Right.
Catch you later.
Free State, you've got a channel. You want to tell them about your channel? Free State. It's not hard. Why is he going quiet?
Fucking
Free State UK.
Yeah, man, don't.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Free State UK. I ain't been putting much out just lately, but yeah, I've got a channel. There you go.
Right, just put this stream out, by the way. So you need to subscribe to it because if we go off air, we'll be going out on Satan's and Free State's channel. Right. I'm off to go and talk to
Bass ringtone ever.
Hang on a second. Hello, can I help?
Where are your papers?
This is where they say, haven't paid your bill.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm just asking where your papers are, guys, because I'd say fuck off.
This sounds like the fur.
The fur? It's the fur. The fur.
He's our tech support from India.
Yeah, fur is our tech support.
Oh.
He's probably the most sexy.
I'm on tech support. Shit. Okay, hello. I'm on tech support. Can I help you, sir?
God, I'll tell you what, you don't sound like him.
Oh, damn it. Who the hell's the fur? I don't even know who the fur is. You guys are worth. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you for the stream tonight, and you guys have been a fucking treat besides the trucking, because I bet you that's all of your lives. It's fucking trucking and miles of road. Yeah, My God, Britain's so small but so big.
Do you know what the difference is between trucking here and trucking in your home country is? You get to shoot the cunts that piss you off.
Oh, no, I don't know. You get to bury them and the animals take them. I don't know. One of those two, I guess.
Yeah, there's no fulfillment here. None.
Oh. You got to work to get to the bogs. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Oh, so I get nothing. Bollocks. Whatever. Yeah.
All right.
Are you coming across the Discord, you little SA slut?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm in the group of the Discord. I believe, but
yeah, you should be. I'm pretty sure.
I should be.
Yes.
Amen. Then so I'll get on that with you boys.
Well, we're just about to go over there now, and you rang. Literally, we were just wrapping up, and you rang.
I know. I just wanted to say thanks to all you fuckers as well. That's why I tried to ring. The other guy spoke about fucking trucks, and Simon wanted to speak about like not taking the passport. And I thought, fuck it, fuck it. Where are your papers? We are not those people. The Britons are way, way beyond, and they forget that about Europe. We're way ahead of the game. We were always way ahead of the game,
Exactly.
And we should be proud about that, and we should be proud about our history, even the good and the bad, and what we have spawned, and the ideas that have come from this land, and the great names of it, and the English, the Irish, and the Scottish. The Welsh don't know who they are.
That's what I love about proper Safford, right? And obviously the Northern Irish, right?
I'm a soap pillar, sir. I'm a soap pillar. I was born in England. I grew up there.
Well, it's nice to get around, isn't it? But I like. What my favourites? My favourites out of all of them are the Loyalists. I fucking love them. I love the Loyalists.
The South African Loyalists.
Well. Do you know what?
Or us Loyalists.
I'm talking about the Loyalists I've met. I haven't met the South African Loyalists. I've met the Northern Irish Loyalists. I fucking love them. Right?
I thought you said you was a Republican fan.
Say again?
Such a wanker.
What? No.
This is Gammon trying his best to try, right? So the next time he goes across the Northern Ireland, I'll get a fucking hit on the cunt.
I was based in Ballykinler for a bit. That was my first posting. Before we went to Tyrone, Armagh, Farpham, did a couple of those fucking tours, and then went to.
If you did Armagh, you spent more time in the fucking air than you did on the ground, didn't you?
Some of it, yeah. But not really. We got lost over the hills and stuff, man. I mean, it's fucking crazy there.
I had a friend, he didn't realise it was pitch black. He thought they said jump. He jumped. It was 2 fields earlier and 50 foot later. But anyway, he said he had a sprained ankle, but he got over it. So
anyhow, I'll wrap this up quick because I know I jumped in at the end of the stream.
No worries.
And say, you know what? Good on you boys. Every one of us, keep strong. Yep. We stand on the shoulder, the giants, the shoulders of giants as it is, and there's a reason for that. And we should understand our history more than we should, and we should be critical about it, but we should still understand it and the institutions that stand there for and why they're there, and not let this because I deserve this get that merit of job.
I just feel like we're doing an absolute bastard of a job, making a complete bollocks of it, and I'm totally ashamed if I look my fucking grandfathers in the eyes when I meet them.
I know.
Anyway, we'll talk about this on Discord because I could probably get more in trouble on here. So I will see you on there, all right?
Thanks, sir. Take care, guys.
See you in a bit, mate.
Cheers.
No, the phone doesn't go down because it just does what it fucking likes. Right. As I said, I was leaving. Free State, you got a channel. Satan's Diplomat, he's gone for a... The hell?
Fish and chips, man.
You are fucking shitting me. He's had fish and chips delivered.
Yeah, I'm about to do my order as well.
You're a bunch of cunts. I'm in the middle of nowhere here. I can't get fuck all delivered except a cold. Bollocks to you. Right, I'll see you over on Discord, everybody. The link's in the description.
Oh no. Do you need to wrap up in the comments first, mate? Because there's a few comments in there for you.
Well, then you read them so chips can go cold.
I'm fucking half cut, you cunt. The first weekend I've had it on a while.
Yeah. Look, I appreciate the comments.
I don't read them, but I appreciate it.
It doesn't. I completely appreciate it, but I'm above all of you little peasants, so I will not read your comments. Look at how superior I am. By the way, look at my Gammon t-shirt.
He has had a drink, hasn't he?
I'm a fucking lightweight. I'm a soft southern shandy drinking shite.
Anna, I'll see you in chat in a bit. Right, we're getting off.